What's up, everybody? JimBim121 here, back with another video. So, today I want to talk about this. This is a browserless flip phone. Let's talk about this and things relating to it. So, it's hard when you're not editing, to think of what you want to say. I'm not gonna edit, a whole lot. I'm like just little things here and there. Like I'm not gonna edit anything out, but if I get interrupted, I'll edit that out. And if I want to add something, I'll edit that out. And I'll probably, edit the beginning so that it's where it needs to be, in the end too. That's it. Anyway, I'm saying that kind of out of order, but anyway, forgive me. I don't usually do these kind of videos where I don't edit. And I can kind of get jumbled when I want to do these videos. Anyway. So today, let's talk about the flip phone. For a decent bit now, I've had this. I've had an iPhone 14. But for a while now, also I've been wanting to well, rather, I've not liked my relationship with it. I've not liked that, my eyes popped open in the morning and I instantly got on the phone and stayed on it all day. I don't like that. I want my life back. And so, I've kind of gone back and forth, like what, for a while now, what I was going to do. Like, because I was like, at first, I didn't want to get rid of my iPhone, but of course, like, I didn't want it to ruin my life. Not ruin my life. I didn't want it to take my life over like it did. And kind of went back and forth on, like, should I get rid of it? I don't know about that. I kind of want to keep it. Oh, maybe I should get rid of it. No, I kind of want to keep it. And the idea had come before about getting a flip phone. And my cousin suggested it to me, actually, a long time ago, or quite a bit ago. And at first I was like, nah, I'm not really ready for that. Or like, I didn't say that. I'm like, nah. I just shut it down. Because, like, I contemplated it a little bit, I think, but I just shut it down. And, time went on, and time got sucked away by a shiny rectangle that doesn't satisfy. And I decided, the idea came to my mind, rather, actually my cousin suggested it again, I think. Why don't you get a flip phone? And that time, I didn't shut it down instantly. I thought about it and decided I wanted to. And that's been a little bit, but yesterday, May 19, 2026, I got this. It's a TCL Flip 3 talk and text only. No internet, no games, nothing, no distractions that Mr. Shiny Rectangle over there has. It's literally just, let me switch back to OBS so I can show you what's on it and see it myself. So it's literally just, those are 3 of my puppets. So you literally just have, here's what you have. This is it. Let me get to the beginning. These videos in this series, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it a series, are not going to be polished like the rest of them have been. I'm going to go at little to no edit because, my cousin suggested that because, she's like, just be real, So I'm just going to be real. There will be coughs, there will be ums, but I would usually edit out. There might be some awkward moments, and you're going to see me looking back and forth from my computer from time to time, either to check myself framing or to read my notes that I wrote for this video. It's not going to be polished, but if you'd like, stick around. If not, I won't hate you. I won't hate you anyway. I'm Christian. Let's see. So we have, look at this, classic T9 keyboard. I don't know if you can see that, but there we go. Kind of washed out, but there we go. We got it. This is all that we have, right? This is all that we have. We have contacts. We have a call log. We have messages. We have video. We have gallery. And we have camera. And clock. How'd I go to video? Okay, clock. Oops, back. It's hard to do, like, facing away. Clock, calendar, settings, utilities, notes, file manager, FM radio, music. I have no music on the phone, and I probably won't. And in utilities, we have a voice recorder, a calculator, and a to-do list. That's it. No smartphone luxuries. And that's intended on purpose. And so, yeah. Where do I go from here? This is where I would edit. So. I think I try to talk too fast, too, because I'm used to doing the YouTube speaking. What's up, everybody? Everyone here. Let me talk like I have just drank 30 energy drinks. I don't go as far as a lot of people do, but yeah. So, the main reason. Oh, here we go. As you guys who know me have seen, I've engaged with like breaks of sorts before. Like you could call them breaks, you could call them fasts, either of video games or or my phone or whatever. And that is because the Lord gave me ideas for that, and I just didn't like how my phone was affecting me. So, or my video game addiction I had was affecting me, and so I would fast from it. And for like both were 90 days, I'm pretty sure. And I would see, good effects. There'd be withdrawal, of course, but I would see good effects. And that just made me think that I can expect to see good effects over the time that I have this. And you might be asking, why do you still have your iPhone? Simple answer. I gotta transfer stuff off still. I gotta reset it, and maybe a couple other things. And then I'm gonna give it to my cousin on Friday. And today is, oh, it's off. Such a habit. Today is Wednesday. May 20th, 2026. I'm gonna be all over the place. I might forget some things I wanted to say, but yeah. So far, this phone, I'm liking this phone so far. By the way, this happened. I don't know if you can see it. This happened when I tried to put a screen protector on. I saw bubbles in the screen protector, and I took the screen protector off, and those little things are there permanently, I guess, now. And I don't know why. But anyway. Yeah. And you also may ask, why are you switching to why are you switching to a dumb phone, a flip phone? That answer is, first and foremost, my relationship with God has suffered because of my smartphone and the fact that I was on it from like morning until who knows when, and then I'd get off and get on my computer. My relationship with God has suffered, and my attention span and my memory, I'm sure, and all these kinds of things. All different kinds of things. So that is the reason why I am switching. Oh, my line is already on this. I just have to do the stuff with the phone, and then iPhone is gone. And other than prioritizing God and relationship and obedience to Him, I just want my life back. I want to breathe again. I want to be silent again without feeling like I'm coming down off of a high or something. I've never been on drugs, but that's the closest like analogy I can think of, because smartphones are like drugs. They both mess with dopamine, and I've heard that, like, their effects can be are similar to heroin. So yeah, but anyway, this is a family friendly channel, so I'm not going to go into that too much. But anyway, and pardon me if I look up into like nothingness, because it just helps me think for some reason. But let's see. Liking the phone so far. I like the tactical buttons, military buttons. No, I like the tactile buttons. And they actually have like a little bit of like friction added to them. There's like, how do you describe that? Texture. There's texture on them, so you can feel them. Well, my voice cracked. Feel them. That would be an edit, but it's not going to be this time. It's just nice. It has what I need. It has, all that I need without any bells and whistles of smartphones. It does have a camera, videos, and all that stuff. It's lower quality than iPhone. All, the videos, the pictures, the voice recordings, lower quality, but that's okay. And it might just be because the speaker's lower quality. I don't know. Might be a bit of both. But anyway. I'm doing this series because, for one thing, my cousin suggested it, and I thought it was a good idea. For another thing, I just like the idea of documenting for anyone who is interested, or even for me to look back on myself and reflect on what it looks like to switch from a smartphone to a dumb phone, and the things that I experience in the process, and thoughts that I have, and things like that. So I have some notes here that I took for this video, and let's get into this. I don't know if I'm just gonna read them out loud, and then just comment on them. You know what? I think I might do that. It's the easiest thing to do instead of me trying to like reword it all. This is still from me, but yeah. And I just had the thought, whoa, I could put this note in. I could edit this note in, but I'm not going to do that. That's called editing, and we're not doing editing. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Oh, and before I get there, I wanted to say I'm going to try to not get on the iPhone for entertainment, only to do certain things that like I need to do, like transfer things. Like, I'm considering this day one of the cutoff, even though it's still in my possession. Let's see if I can stick with that. I think I will, because my phone is turned off right at the moment. Like, not locked, but like off. And that helps to have an extra step, you know. But anyway. And I said I'm giving my cousin the phone Friday. After stuff is done, basically. Okay, here's my notes. I'll read them. And if I have anything to say about them, I will. Maybe I'll change the format for future videos. This is just, I don't know, I'm kind of fumbling together what we're doing with this. So I think for now I'll just read the notes. Maybe I will and comment on them if I need to, if I want to. Maybe later I will just like put tiny little highlights and think about, and just like, you know, look at a single word or a few words and just like say it in my own words instead of a note. That's what I started to do. Then I was like, I'll just type it out. Oops, sorry, I punched the mic. The editor in me is cringing, but that's okay. Okay. All right, day one. Yesterday, my cousin told me not to have my phone. Yesterday, my cousin suggested for me not to have my iPhone by my bed. But that evening, I laid down, you know, because I was tired from the day's events. Okay, I'm kind of rewording. That's okay, though. I laid down because I was tired from the day's events. And I got on my phone and I started watching things while laying in bed because I was tired. After doing that for a while, I'm just gonna reword it, I guess. I thought I wasn't, but it just kind of happened naturally. After a while of laying there watching stuff in bed, I started to get tired. You know, the moment when you're going like, you're watching something, but suddenly you can't do it anymore. You know, and your phone, and you want to drop your phone on your face. And I didn't think about it, and I was tired, and I laid the phone on my bed and fell asleep. Well, during the night, I woke up. Sometimes I'm gonna do a mix, I guess, of rewording and reading directly. During the night, I woke up. Sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, silence gets uncomfortable to me. And in order for me to go back to bed, I would usually put something on my phone, like music, or just Twitch and listen to a stream, or just like even sometimes the audio Bible, and it would just like like disturb the silence, for lack of a better word to say, and I would just be able to fall asleep because I had something there. I had something, it kept my mind occupied enough where I wasn't on it, but I wasn't like, silence. So I could go to sleep. Sorry, my coughs are weird. But anyway, but last night, and the thing with the going to sleep happened yesterday. I think I said that. I'm probably gonna repeat myself because I forget what I said sometimes. But anyway, last night I woke up, like I usually do, probably to go to the restroom, I think, and I woke up and I felt the antsiness to the silence again, and I thought about picking up my phone and putting it on something. And I picked up the phone and I had the thought, well, I better get used to it. Because, I'm not going to have that iPhone Friday. And so, what am I going to do? I realized, but I thought about it later that, the flip phone has an FM radio on it, so I can use that. I don't know if I will. But I think it's better for me to just sleep in silence if I can anyway. It's just healthier, I think. But, anyway, so I thought, well, I better get used to it. And I just put the phone back down and fell asleep. Next morning, I got up, watched some TV. A few episodes of Full House and an episode of Touched by an Angel. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you what I watched, but there you go. I think I looked at my phone when I first woke up. Or maybe while I was watching TV. Maybe twice. Just looked at it and put it back down, the iPhone. And then I ended up putting it right there, on the back part. You take this. Usually I would have been on the phone by that time. Probably way before then. But thanks to God, I didn't. I think he's helping me. I believe he's helping me with this. It's mostly for him anyway. Anyway, while watching TV, I started getting the urge to get on the iPhone. It was still morning, and that was something I'd done in the morning. My cousin texted me and asked how I was doing. I told her I was fighting the urge to get on my iPhone. She said, "Don't do it." And during our text and later phone conversation, yep, T9 texting, kind of like riding a bike, she suggested I make YouTube videos about my experiences switching from a smartphone to a browserless flip phone. Clearly, I liked the idea because here I am. A few hours later, I think, I read the Bible. A couple chapters of one of my favorite books, Ecclesiastes. I've done a really bad job of reading the Bible for months now. I don't like it. I don't like that I've been doing a really bad job. I've just been really distracted. And when I did sit down to read the Bible, I would get this antsy feeling. Just like feeling like I couldn't, I didn't want to sit still. I wasn't moving, but I would just feel this feeling like, I don't know, it's just antsiness, just like, I don't know what else you'd call it besides the antsiness. Just like, I should be doing something else right now, even though I shouldn't. Um, and when I did sit down to read it, I got antsy. And I didn't always retain it. There were times I did it just, oh yeah, here's a confession. There were times in my past that I did it just because I thought I had to. Like, I treated it as an obligation. I don't do that anymore, but I used to. I wanted to please God, and I know that, like, this is just me talking off the cuff now. I wanted to please God, and I knew that was something we were supposed to do, so I wanted to do it. Even though I did love the Word, I believe that I do now for sure. I was treating it as an obligation instead of, just spending time with somebody you love. Yeah, but back to the notes. There were times I did it just because I thought I had to. But really, I want a better relationship with God. Okay, I gotta stop doing the, like, I'm thinking and reading swivel in this chair. A better relationship with God. Today, that antsy feeling and questionable retention struck again. I didn't like that. The main reason I even switched to this flip phone is because I want to build relationship with God and prioritize Him and obedience to Him. And I love His Word. I need to learn how to and work on not just reading it but studying it. One thing at a time, I guess. I didn't spend. Oh, a little note here. Usually I would bring up something like this on my phone, probably. Or not, I don't know about usually, but I thought about it, but I'm not going to do that. That way I could take the camera, look at my phone, and, do the whole, like, just, like, more, I don't know, just respectful, I guess. I don't know if that's what you'd call it, but yeah. And, but yeah, I'm not turning my iPhone on unless I need to. And I'm not going to count this. Let's see. I got that antsy feeling and questionable retention. Hold on 1 second. Alright, let's see. I think the last thing I was saying and reading was antsy feeling. Let's see. Today, that antsy feeling and questionable retention struck again. I didn't like that. The main reason I even switched to this flip phone is because I want to build relationship with God and prioritize Him and obedience to Him. And I love His Word. I need to learn how to and work on not just reading it, but studying it. One thing at a time, I guess. I didn't spend nearly as much time as I want to, but it's a start. I think as time goes on, with help from God, I'll adjust. After God time, I ate again. I had breakfast earlier that day. I had breakfast earlier today. It's still the day. I had breakfast earlier today, but I was hungry again. Something that struck me while I was eating is because I wasn't watching something like I'd normally do when I ate. I could hear my mouth sounds again. And I had mixed feelings about that. So, I like that I can again, but I also don't like the sounds. So that's the mixed feelings. It's like, okay, I can hear what's going on again. Cool. But I don't like the sounds of my own chewing and swallowing. So, there's that. But yeah, so let's see. I have mixed feelings about that again. I had mixed feelings about that. But something pleasant is I could hear my surroundings again. Birds outside, maybe dogs, etc. It relaxed me, and I liked it. It relaxed me, and I liked it. But it was still an adjustment. I've noticed that I'm already happier on day one without a smartphone. I think my mental health is even better. I noticed that. I noticed that. Oh, I noticed that. Huh? Oh, here's the thing too. Here's like a recent thing. I noticed that while I was writing the notes for this video, I didn't turn anything on my PC, like Twitch or YouTube. And though I may, probably will, while doing transfer work, I wonder if something has already changed in me. And that's all my notes for now, so let's see. After I made those notes, I did turn Twitch on and play Roblox for a little bit. I don't need to be putting up my mouth. Yeah, I played Roblox for a little bit, turned on a live stream for a little bit, and almost forgot to make this video. I was just gonna like leave the live stream on and start transferring things, but then thought came to my mind to do this video. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say. What else could I say? So yeah, so far, it's been a mixed bag, of just liking, life without a smartphone, but also it's just been an adjustment, and I'm sure it will continue to be an adjustment of just my brain that was so like dopamine addicted or whatever, or so had such high dopamine or whatever from a shiny rectangle, aka a smartphone. It's gonna have some adjusting to do too. I've had urges to get on my phone today. I've thought about my phone, I think, a couple times. Yesterday when I first got the flip phone, there was a couple times that I started to I think I started to get my iPhone to check things or do things that I would normally do on it, that I could also check most things, I think, that I could also check on my flip phone. And I had my smartphone turned off, but I still tried. And sometimes I forget that I'm not using a touch screen anymore. Like earlier today, when you open the flip phone, the main screen pops on, right? When you close it, that screen pops on that shows like the date, the time, stuff like that, other little bits of information. Well, I went to sleep, and there's a button on the side that when it goes to sleep, I can wake it up. See that? When it goes to sleep, I can wake it up. It'll go to sleep. There you go. And I can wake it up. But earlier, I'm just doing it. was doing it like this, or I was doing it like that. It doesn't matter. I'm a detail guy. I need to be like, I need to forgo all the extra details. But I was holding it like this, and I just started to tap the front screen to wake it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't have a smartphone anymore. I don't have a touchscreen anymore. So there's gonna be some adjustments. I'm expecting that. I expected that. Sorry, I kicked the mic stand. I expected there to be adjustments. I expected there to be withdrawals. I expected there to be difficulty. I expected, to lose some ease and some convenience, and I'm embracing it. We don't need all that ease and convenience. It's not good for us. And we definitely don't need shiny rectangles throwing things at us constantly. Throwing things into our faces constantly, keeping us stimulated all day long. besides my main reason of switching, um, wanting to have my life back to a fuller degree so that I can more fully give it to God and prioritize Him in relationship. Um, I just want to breathe again. I just want to exist again without having to be on, without having to always have something in my eyes and in my ears. I don't know. So it's definitely an adjustment, and it's gonna be, but I think it'll get easier as time passes. And I'm happy. I'm happy that I did it. My inner man is ecstatic. My spirit, my inner man is ecstatic because it's getting closer to what it's wanted for a long time. Close relationship with God. Close relationship with God. Closer. And just life, just to be able to exist again and not just be constantly stimulated. The outer man, the sin nature is like, no, I don't know how to deal with this. And my brain is like, okay, I'm kind of happy, I'm kind of not happy, because I'm not getting all the dopamine hits or whatever you want to call it. So it is a mixed bag, but it is a good one. And I think that's all there is to say. The way this is going to work, Lord willing, is whatever happens from now, what time is it? Whatever notable happens, whatever that is notable that happens from now 3:53 p.m. until the rest of the day, if I remember to make notes of it, I will catch you up on tomorrow. Or whenever the next time I film a video is. I'm thinking for a while I'm going to record one of these every day. Sometimes that there might not be videos. And maybe as it goes, as I'm really adjusted, I won't make any videos anymore, but you never know. I could do one of those like where you come back in like a year and just like you go, oh yeah, this is what life is like a year from, May 19th when I first got the flip phone. And the day that I get rid of my smartphone. Sorry. I have moments where my brain just doesn't know or like I just don't know what I'm thinking about or what I'm talking about. But anyway, sorry about that. You have now seen the least edited video that I've ever made, probably. And I apologize for my flaws. I'll catch you later. Oh, one more thing. I'm gonna be doing challenges at the end of these videos, if I can think of them. Challenges that are kind of opposite to what you might want to do, in the sense of challenges you can do without a smartphone, without using things that only smartphones have, basically. So let me think of one. You know what, I'll just use one my cousin suggested because I can't think of one at the moment. Instead of texting someone today, call them. There you go. Have fun. Bye.